on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. The Los Angeles Lakers control the tap. To Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range. Connect, it's no good. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
It's way too early in the game to be intentionally fouling like that. Keep your cool, man. Calm down.
George. Anthony Davis sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard to Paul George. Driving right to the basket. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. To Davis. Kawhi Leonard pins it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Anthony Davis against George. To Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. Count the basket inside.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Over to the right side. Fundamental shot right there. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Paul George fires. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. It was right there. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Even to Zubats with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To James. Anthony Davis. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Leonard to George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Strong finisher, Paul George.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Beverly. Working it outside to Leonard. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
Can't connect from in close. To Cousins. Goes to the left side. Fires the three. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. The first quarter's complete. The Clippers are out in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Kawhi Leonard, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Leonard to Paul George. Navigating through traffic. Williams to George. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Beverly. Has a look. Patrick Beverly. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Leonard. Anthony Davis rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And a throwdown.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Paul George. From the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Anthony Davis. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. And the basket good at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Leonard to Beverly. LeBron James sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly to George. From long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Leonard to Beverly. Anthony Davis with the block. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Davis. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Kawhi Leonard. Deep two there, won't go. Davis, great feed. And Cousins throwing it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Caldwell Pope. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Clippers have the basketball. Paul George. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. To Caldwell Pope. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Kuzma to Cousins. They get it to Kuzma, down low. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
DeMarcus Cousins, able to recover with the block. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Williams. And stuffs it home.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Good look that time, but off the mark. George. Rebound hauled in by Cousins. A shot at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. George, textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
George, no good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George. Tough shot. Well defended. Kuzma to Davis. Anthony Davis. Looking good. 4 for 5.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
To Danny Green. James. To Danny Green. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Oh, you can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Kawhi Leonard, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
James. Deep left corner. Kyle Kuzma. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Follows his own shot with that one. Nice follow-up.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Kyle Kuzma. Cruises inside for 2.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Danny Green. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
George. Oh, that's how it's done.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question. And submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Luke Walton shifting gears as the subs enter the game. LBJ. To Kyle Kuzma. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
To number 20, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. That's the first foul in the last 2
James.
minutes.
George. To Leonard. Fires the 3, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Beverly. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Caldwell Pope. Runner here won't go. The follow won't go either. To James. Kawhi Leonard tips it. Caldwell Pope.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Down for McGee. to James. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Clippers so far. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
The jumper's off the mark. To Paul George. Beverly to Leonard. For 3. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And he misses the second. LeBron James with the rock. To Davis. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. LeBron into the front court. Trailing by 15. To Cousins. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
And count the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Leonard to George. Short jumper off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Davis, and they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game for Los Angeles.
Able to convert inside. Leonard to Paul George. 4-3. Yeah, Paul George good on the quick release there.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Beyond the arc for 3. Offensive board. Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Passed it off and flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Leonard. That one off the mark. It's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul George to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse, to kick out for, guess what, another one.
James. And scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
LeBron James swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
George. Kyle Kuzma sends it away. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
To George. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. James. Kyle Kuzma. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he burns them.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Fires the three. Ooh, he'll take that.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.